We sail the seas from dawn till dusk with naught but death behind. We bear down, me lads, into the cove where the Spanish ne'er will find ye. In waters clear we anchor here to hide from those pursuing. When sunset falls you'll hear the calls and the sails above furling. Ye be listening to The Spaniard's Ghost, a Happy Jack's RPG podcast actual play in Savage Worlds, Pirates of the Spanish Main.
Hello, welcome to The Spaniard's Ghost, a Happy Jack's actual play in Savage Worlds, Pirates of the Spanish Main. My name is Jib, and I'm your GM, and we have players. We'll start over here.
Hello, I'm Gina, and I'm playing Saida Hernandez de Castillo, the ship's bosun.
I'm Joey, and I'm playing Elliot Kensington, the quartermaster and buckler of Swash.
And birthday boy.
And birthday boy.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, cheers the cupcake that Gina brought me, because it's lovely. Look how pretty.
Beautiful.
Cheers on the side, then.
I know.
So we don't mess it up.
No cupcake kisses.
Indeed.
Hi, I'm Kurt. I'm playing Dull Blevins, Carpenter's mate.
Hi, I'm Mary. I'm playing Damiana, a ship cook and physician. And no, I don't mix up those two jobs ever.
So you don't cut up and serve your patients and try to heal your penguins?
I definitely do not serve long pork, but we're not going to talk about what I do with the penguins.
Okay.
Where's the grog?
This only count as one.
Are you saying size matters, sir?
I'm saying species matters.
A bit. It's true.
Alrighty. So
Cool.
last time, I think we had a pretty quiet session.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happened.
Nothing bad happened, ever.
No.
There was definitely not a storm.
There were no problems.
Or maelstroms.
Or
So
botches.
who would like to give us a recap?
Well, let's go back to the roll-off. Ready?
Roll for it.
Yeah. Low goes, right?
Probably not me
Two.
then.
2.
4. Yes.
So it's you two.
All right. 3. That's so much better. Kurt, stop copying me.
Do it together.
Stop copying
4.
me.
5.
Watch out for my cupcake.
All right.
Didn't drip in.
So we saw some really crazy clouds on the horizon, exactly where we needed to go. So we headed straight for it because we're smart pirates.
Yeah.
It seemed very odd. The storm wasn't moving, but the wind and the waves were moving us towards the storm, which caused Elliot to go into a frenzy, and he wanted to fight the storm because nothing was going to keep him from the prize. Damiana fell into a fit of prayer rage.
Oh.
Who knew pirates had frenzy checks?
Well, yeah.
Pirates, vampires, vampire pirates.
Vampirates.
Vampirates. I like it.
I played that game.
So have I.
I totally wish I could redo my character now.
He said he told us we weren't allowed to have supernatural in
It's
this game,
true.
remember?
But so that happened. We were doing really, really well navigating the seas until we rolled like our second or third double one of the session, which
Out of
caused us
5, I
to
think.
completely fail our dramatic task.
I think that's
Which-
the first reason I wrote "damn it, Kurt" in my notes.
Yeah. Really? Just the first reason?
The first time
Oh, I
last
see.
session. I think I wrote it more than once.
But our ship did tip into the water. Half our crew went overboard. We all managed to save them by sacrificing a Benny because we're not garbage people.
We aren't. We aren't garbage
We aren't
people
garbage
as
people.
pirates. It's
We're
kind
garbage
of-
pirates. We're not garbage people.
I don't think we're garbage people. Maybe penguins might think so, but
Who cares?
yeah, but they think all people are garbage,
Right.
probably. Yeah.
But we managed to sail kind of what we think might have been somehow the eye of the storm, because all of a sudden everything got really, really still, very, very quiet, very, very foggy. Zaida heard a random ship's bell from off in the distance. Turns out
Indeed.
it was the Devil's Whip, right? That's what we called that ship?
That's the English, yes.
Good, because I can't remember what the Spanish was. Because I don't speak Spanish. Elliot does not speak Spanish. But we encountered the Devil's Whip, which was the ship that Zaida was imprisoned on before Elliot saved her.
Yep.
And we encountered her nemesis, Captain Vallejo. I know there was
Valerio.
Valerio.
Roberto
It wasn't
Valerio.
Vallejo, it was
Okay, Valerio.
Yeah.
We managed to board their ship kicked all kinds of pirate ass.
Yeah.
Damiana did a great job of first demoralizing their crew, and then
As you do.
going full bard and giving us all the boosts.
Yeah. It was true.
That's true. I figured out how to finally use her in combat.
It was amazing. And Zaida got sweet, sweet bloody revenge
I did.
on her
Yeah.
nemesis, which is awesome.
And I did not kill Snipe.
No. And you could have.
I could have. I had him dead to rights.
No, I don't mean literal, but honestly, that it wouldn't have bothered me. But yeah, no, I know what you mean, because it's like, that was my nemesis. That was
Yeah.
her. I mean, that was one of my hindrances.
I was up in the fighting top with a couple of muskets.
Yeah, because would it surprise you to know that one of her hindrances is Death Wish?
Shocked.
So, yeah.
This is my shocked face.
I know, right?
I actually would have thought it was vengeful.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
But yeah,
You're vengeful.
Yeah.
It does not have a particular focus. It's just, does it?
No, it did, but Death Wish had a particular. It wasn't that she wished to die. It was that was the one that the explanation is more that she would do whatever she could do until to kill him, and was not afraid of death, so
Right.
that she could kill him.
Well, now I'm going to be very curious to
Yeah.
see what happens with Zaida in the aftermath of that, which is where we are right now.
Sure, put me on character growth arc. So yeah, I know.
Last I remember, we literally stopped right after he
She's also
died.
Yeah.
loyal and has a code of honor. I know one of those is extra. It's just who the
Right.
character is. It's because it would only be like 3 of those things.
Right.
Technically, with hindrances, that's how they work. You can't take more. I mean, you know.
You can, they just don't do any,
Yeah.
give you any
There's no
mechanical benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
the same thing.
indeed.
It's floof.
It's the same thing as vampire. You can only take 7 points worth of flaws. You can take more flaws than that, but you only benefit that many.
The other thing
Right.
that was going on is wasn't the water was it. We felt like we were circling, but it was
Yeah.
in the wrong direction.
We were
Yes.
sure it was circling.
Yeah, we
Because
were-
we had confirmed that.
we threw a water a cask in, an empty cask.
Well, no, and more to the point, I steered us into
true.
steered us into the direction of the skid essentially, and we were, and that's what once we were in there, we're like, Coriolis effect should have us going the opposite direction.
Yeah.
But I think we sailed out of that spin because
Yes, we
everything
did,
got
and
quiet.
then we were into the
Right, and that's
into
when
an eye.
right.
Yes.
That's when you sailed into the
into the battle.
very quiet zone.
right.
So the other
So
question.
we might be on the edges of hell now, based on what weird-ass dimension my character went into last game.
We're in the upside down, I think.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, the other question I have is
Something.
the last
Where's
thing
my
I remember
Demogorgon?
island-wise is we had passed
yeah.
the 4th island.
No, but then we
But
took
then
the
we were going to go
shortcut.
straight across to try to get to. So we do not know where we are in the eye of the storm.
We
Still,
That's what Elliot thinks,
Okay.
but
Yeah, that's-
who
that's-
knows what's
Right.
going
Okay.
on.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
the
Oh, absolutely. That's,
Damiana thinks the same thing. Oh, we're in the eye of the storm now.
Same.
We hope the island is
nothing
also in the eye
supernatural
of the
is going
storm.
on. This is all
Actually,
fine.
Damiana thinks
Yeah.
we're either in the eye of the storm or we've entered hell.
People
She's
are still-
kind of like 50-50 on it.
You know, it's the beginning of the age of reason. People are discovering new scientific truths all the time. So this is just, something new.
yeah.
Or the portal to hell was in the southern continent the whole time.
Well, that would also
Hell
make
is
sense.
down, after all.
Right, of course.
Well, and I mean,
Hell.
it's the 17th century.
So,
Early
18th.
18th century.
Oh, I'm sorry, 18th century.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was
1700s.
1720.
1750.
Oh, that's right. We're not in the golden age of piracy. We're beyond that. But still, I mean, we're a superstitious lot. Us seamen are.
Yeah.
Us sailors. So
Something to that effect, yeah.
yeah, we're not scientific. So
Well-
we're not necessarily. You might be. Damiana might be.
Well,
but
the
the
thing
rest
is,
of us,
even if we're scientific,
yeah.
if you see a pattern enough times, we must just not understand the science behind it.
yeah.
Right.
If I have observed a combination of events constantly
Well,
interacting, then there might be truth to it,
Yeah.
because science at this point still believes in psychic powers
Well,
very strongly.
and that is certainly your brain.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's my brain.
well, we know that you're more superstitious.
Yeah.
I think your superstition is if you can't punch it or shoot it, it's a problem. And if you can punch it or shoot it, you'll make it stop being a problem.
That might be true. Yeah. That's my high concept.
It's kind of a philosophy.
Yeah.
My superstition is don't hit on a soft 16.
And you learned it the hard way?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Excellent. Here's your pay.
Pay.
That's yours. This is Joey's.
One? Okay, cool.
Thank you much.
Ooh, look at you, pay, man. Oh, wait. Damn. I didn't
And
take
each
my...
of you gets one of these.
Oh, yes.
I'll take it during the game.
Okay.
Boom.
So,
Always fun to look at the coins that he gives us.
I know.
It's always step one.
I got the physical parts of another Kickstarter
Yes.
that's called Buccaneer, which is a Savage Worlds pirate setting that unfortunately was not available when we started this game, or we would have
not.
probably been playing it rather than Spanish Main, just because it's newer, and it was written by a friend of mine. But the bennies are spectacular.
I imagine they
cool.
probably are, yeah.
Okay,
Cool beans.
so
We are just post-combat.
we are just post-combat. I believe... Now, remind me how you killed Captain Valeria.
It was a bit of a dance, I think. I think when Elliot and Saida boarded, Saida made a beeline from the crow's nest all the way down the rigging when she spotted it as we were getting ready to board. So she was pretty much with Elliot, like they were first to kind of get over there because you were already on deck.
Right. Well, I think we got on deck
And
at the same time, but you managed to get to the stern castle where the captain was pretty much at the beginning of the combat.
Yeah.
And I was down below trying to fight my way to you.
This is true. So she had to kind of move through some folks on the ship. She tried to just brush past with her, just like, get out of my fucking way because I have a single purpose. But she had to tangle with those guys a little bit, but pretty much got in up to the captain, who then, as she was approaching, I think sort of recognized her. Mm-hmm. So there was some extra sort of hulking out because it's just like, this is that moment she had been waiting for. And then I believe started with the rapier and
Right, because you had shot somebody
did
else.
a trick because I didn't do the fencing thing, but I did something.
You did the frenzy. You were frenzying.
Oh, yeah.
You had a pistol in one hand.
No, but I didn't do that. There was some sort of little sword play in the front, and I was able to
End up behind him.
I hit him first, but I didn't do much damage. But then I did the trick so that I could backstab him in the back of the head with my gun, which was my little click boom from behind him, because I think that was it where she was.
I remember he walked up
Yeah.
behind and sort of tapped him on the shoulder and
Right.
said, "You
Distracted
fuck."
him.
That was after. I think that was after the gun, because I think that was her fake out. Is that totally expect her to stab him in the heart because she had done that move where she crossed her
Right.
crossed her heart with and then pointed at him, but then instead did the fake out move behind him, shot him, didn't really blow his head off.
Right.
So then Elliot had charged through, got through his guys.
Which I shot out from under him, basically.
Oh,
So-
cool. Yeah. And the whole time, like, Damiana was basically buffing us. She did get very bard-like. And then
She came fully into her bard powers.
Yeah. And then Elliot was able to kind of distract him
Mary
enough
played
with
a
his
bard?
presence where she was able to run him through.
Right.
Yeah. I believe, though...
I think you did your Z, and I think the first slash was across the throat.
Yes, exactly.
So there was lots of blood.
Exactly.
And then lots of guts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. His innards became outwards.
And we were just
As I
starting to.
remember.
Revenge for her love.
That's right. His entrails became his extrails.
That's it. That was
what
that
it was.
was the line.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
were just starting to declare what we were going to do with the rest of the ship about
Well-
when we were like, oh, yeah, it's late.
Yeah, so I think the first order would be, let's see if this pile of blood
This
and
tub.
guts is up to his old tricks, and make sure there's
Right.
no
There was
people
one
down
more point.
below.
There was one more thing that I told you,
Oh,
and that
sorry.
was that he was wearing on his belt the ribbon that you
Oh,
gave
yeah.
Jean.
Yeah. Yeah. Jean.
Jean. And that
Yeah.
she wore all the time.
Yes. And didn't I say I took that, though?
You took it.
Like, during combat or something.
No, it's like as his body
Or
was
as his-
falling,
that's what
you
it
were
was.
already pulling
Yep.
it off his belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep. But I think that's what she would say next is just, let's
Okay.
see if he's been
Well-
up to his old tricks.
Sure.
And make-
The rest of his crew is going to throw down arms
Smart.
Okay.
at that point.
Well,
What's
yeah.
left of them?
I was going to say, I don't know that there were...
Yeah.
It's the smartest move they've made yet.
True.
Well, they were not disloyal,
No.
but the fight's over.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Thank you for the note stream chat, but I would like your note to disappear so I could actually read the chat. I don't know what's going on.
So, yes, there are slaves in the hold.
Okay.
Mostly African slaves.
Well, and also, I guess, tell the rest of our crew to start gathering their arms and basically sequestering the crew in the hold
Yeah.
so that we could go
I think we were basically saying, no, not anymore. There are however many free people in the
Sure.
hold, and we're going
Sure.
to basically, since we can't really take over the ship, we were essentially going to say, hey, you want a ship? The one you're on? Yours? Just do with it what you want, because we can't really do anything with it.
Yep, we'll work with you to get
I
back.
took command.
Yeah.
You did take command for a
There-
brief period of time.
No, I mean I took the command edge.
Oh, okay.
Sadly, I think there is a recollection that there was mechanically bennied out of headshot damage from the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why she wasn't able to just
It used up all of his bennies. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. 18th century hand cannon him, which would have been kind of awesome. But yeah, that's good. Cool.
It chopped off his ear, I think. That was because I made the comment about the lore of
Yes.
Jensen's ear.
I believe you are correct.
Okay. So, you've done that. You've freed the slaves held... They're not slaves anymore. The people being held
Yeah.
in the hold.
People in cargo, mate.
His...
Okay.
The remaining crew of the whip have thrown down arms and surrendered. And you have sequestered them in the hold. Are you chaining them?
I
Wait,
vote
who
yes.
their crew?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the crew of the ship, the slavers. I vote yeah. We chain them up exactly where they were holding.
I think
them.
Why
so.
are we keeping them alive?
Well, that I can't answer. But I will tell you, if you leave them alone on this ship with the people that they were holding, they won't be alive long.
That was kind of my
No,
thought. We don't have to
What
kill
I
them.
was going to say is, I would assume we have at least one person on our ship. I know we don't have a huge crew, but do we have anyone who's a freeman who possibly came from Africa? Do we have anybody who could potentially speak to some of these people? Down there.
Or did any of them learn the language we know? in
You
the
can,
process?
you know what? You can absolutely have someone, because you have more slots available
Then
in
we have
your
people written.
crew
Okay.
than we had people named.
Yeah.
What we
'Cause
will
I
need to do
would've-
is give this person a name now.
Okay, because I would think we would have a couple people sign up.
Probably.
And
Probably from when I rescued you last time on.
yeah, exactly. Because I would say
I
that
would
we
like
should-
to name this pirate after my favorite Disney princess, Shuri.
Yeah,
Shuri,
Spell,
yeah.
please.
Shuri.
I like that name.
Shuri. That's right, it's Shuri.
Shuri.
Yeah. No,
My
I like
favorite-
that
Best Disney princess.
because I think we should free them, and if they would like to, if they are able to work to assist us, but I mean they should be guests on the ship, not prisoners on the ship at this point. I mean we're going to give them food, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
we're not
This
gonna,
is-
Yeah.
we're not going to loot that ship for everything because there are people who can manage it. We will, however, check their charts and see if there's anything we need to copy.
Yeah. That would be good.
I also kind of want to know.
I think we
I
take
want to
the
know why this ship was out here.
Yeah.
And that's something to ask those that we have
Well,
now.
I think she's our prize. I
Oh,
think we
absolutely.
attempt to take her.
yeah.
Well, we have taken her.
Yeah, no, but I mean, we're going to need to be able to sail both ships.
Yeah, that's going to be tricky. I mean, but I agree that should be our goal.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be tricky, but yes.
Damiana is right. We need to find out why they're here. Is it the same reason we are?
Right, because that means that more people may know this is out here. It means that more people may be coming.
As we're rounding up the other crew, are we able to identify officers, quartermaster?
I think all of the officers except the bosun were killed in the fray.
I'm going to head down to the captain's quarters anyway, because fuck that guy. And maybe, so I don't know if anybody wants to question those guys, but I want to just go down there and I'm going to...
Yeah, I can question them.
Okay. If you're questioning, then I will also help loot captain's quarters looking for...
Yeah, I want charts and logs.
Charts,
we can probably...
books.
Yeah.
I'm going to take inventory of the rest of the ship, see what sort of shape she's in, and see if there's anything that we need to do or need to take.
Okay. Alrighty.
Like shot powder. Rope. Sailcloth.
Sure. I'm going to deal with him, and then I'll deal with you too, with you specifically in just a minute.
I'm going to point before I leave the deck with my sword, but it's like, leave him where he is.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's if he's not going up on display, he's not been chucked for chum or anything. He's staying.
Well, no, I have a whole plan for when I question the bosun.
Cool.
We'll get to that in a minute. So,
cool.
The ship stores are woefully thin.
I figured they probably would be.
The ship is in decent repair, but ship stores are like bare minimum.
Okay. Food, water.
All at a bare minimum.
Shot, powder. Okay. Repair materials.
Again,
okay.
Bare minimum.
Okay.
You would not really want to sail this ship far without restocking. But that's you being a professional seaman,
Interesting.
Okay.
So I want to do what's coming up with you, but I'm going to do it last.
That's okay.
So what are you going to do with?
I'm just going to check something.
I'm going to take the bosun. I'm going to have him, because there are the ropes that you can tie yourself to the wheel. Right?
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to fasten him to that because that's on the.
You going to turn the helm into a St. Catherine's wheel?
No.
not?
I just want him. I just want him stationary and tied up.
You're doing this to the bosun?
Yes.
He's not resisting in any way. He's not giving you any grief at all. He's like,
makes it much easier to tie him up.
Yeah. This is all just it's an absolute power play, and absolutely in eyesight. I can make sure that he can always see the remains of the captain as I'm questioning him.
Sure. Interesting. Okay.
So, want to tell me what you're doing out in these waters?
Sure. The captain said to sail this way.
That's fair point.
Now, he didn't say, but I have a pretty good feeling that he had an idea for some gold.
And you have no idea where that idea came from.
All I know is that we were in port, and captain was ashore. He come back to the ship, said, gather the crew. We're sailing on the next tide.
What port?
You would ask me that.
Port-au-Prince.
That was my thought, because that means that
Yeah, I'm thinking it was Port-au-Prince.
Yeah?
Because
that's weird, because we definitely left someone on Port-au-Prince who knew where we were going that we should have killed.
He was
I'm somewhere else.
Uh-huh.
I'm searching a
Oh,
different
no,
part of
no.
the ship.
Damiana's somewhere else. Mary's right there.
My conscience is
death's
good with
door.
what I did.
Great.
So I'm going to come back to you in just
No,
one
that's fine.
second.
It all ended fine.
Roll a notice, make a notice check for me, please.
I thought you might ask for that.
Wait, just him or all of us?
Nope,
Just
just
him.
me. I know why.
Really?
I think I know why.
Oh no, where are people hiding out?
That's a 9 on my notice. Where is Blondie?
Well, as you are going through the ship's stores, you out of the corner of your eye catch this flicker of movement, and when you reflexively turn to look in that direction, you see just like a flash of pale skin and blonde hair and greenish skirts through the hatchway.
Okay, that's at least twice, if not 3 times now. I'm following. I'm trying to find.
Okay.
Pursue.
Okay. You go through the hatch and
Of course she's not there.
you see nothing.
Of course not. Of course she isn't. I'm going out of my... Never mind.
So that happened.
No, it didn't. Obviously it didn't.
Exactly.
Oh no!
Back...
Oh no! You're very sure of what you saw.
Oh, I yeah.
You're quite sure.
Yeah.
Now there's another exit from this hatch. This hatch leads into another section of the hold.
Okay.
And then there's another hatch, and this one's closed.
Another partition, yeah.
And it opens. It's closed
Okay.
and barred, by the way.
And...
Oh no, I'm sorry, padlocked.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I will find a... I'm not even bother trying to find keys. I'm going to find something to break the lock, like an axe or something.
Sure, you can do that.
Break the lock and
You can do that.
get in.
Okay. It's very dark. There's no light.
I will find a lantern
Okay.
or a candle or something. No, lantern with glass, because if I'm walking into the powder magazine, I'm not bringing open flame.
On another ship, this might be the powder magazine.
Right? Up in the front? Yeah, up in the bow?
Yes.
Okay.
But what you see when you're the light from your lantern, which I'm just going to remind you, one lantern. It's not a whole lot of light.
Nope.
It's not just enormous amounts of light.
Nope.
You are immediately surrounded by gaunt, staring faces that are moving towards you. Lots of them.
Yeah, I will back out through the door.
Okay. Make an agility check for me, please.
Okay. By the way, Blondie's name is Gwyneth.
Okay.
Oh, so that I was wondering.
Agility check.
Uh-huh.
That's a D8. That's a 7 on my agility check.
Okay. Well, they have a 12.
Well, okay, that's better. By a raise.
Sure.
So, all of these obviously gaunt, hollowed, faced people are leaping at you all at one time. I need you to make a fear check, please.
That would be a spirit
Yes,
roll?
a spirit roll.
Spirit roll? Okay, that's only a D6.
I will give you a Benny to stand on that.
Sure. I'll take a Benny.
Sounds like you might need it.
It's the first one I've gotten in 4 games.
Good.
Where'd it go?
I need the book, please. I need
This
this
one?
the
Okay.
next book.
Yeah, sorry, I was Trying to finalize my.
First
Well,
many I've
what you
gotten in
got?
4
See,
games.
I know,
Yeah.
I
Nice
know
knowing you.
exactly what the scream from this would sound like because my friends have been playing Dead by Daylight and we've been in a group chat room, so I've just been talking to them.
Turn
So
right
I
to it.
know
Roll
what
a
this
20-sided
scream-
dice for me, please.
I know
A
what this
20-sided
scream
die?
sounds like.
8.
An 8.
An 8. And I know that going lower is better.
Well, it was.
It was.
I think
No, it
is
still is.
fairly random, isn't it? Oh, okay.
It's the higher you roll on it, the
that's why.
worse
It's
it
a,
gets.
it's, a, it's a straight roll. It's a straight line probability. It's not a bell curve. So yeah, everything has the same probability. But yeah. And now you need me to roll something else.
He's reading.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of reading.
That's a lot of chart. It's got 20 different spots on it.
Yeah, but he only has to look at that one.
It's true. I don't know why. What's the delay?
exciting.
I'm not gonna. I read ridiculously slowly, so I'm not. I'm
do
not a
too.
leg to stand on.
I'm so freaking
What'd you roll?
jealous of people
I rolled an
that
8.
can read quickly.
You want to be anywhere but here.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes, that is absolutely true. But what does the chart say?
That you're panicked. It says that you are panicked, sir.
All right.
So you are fleeing in
Yes.
in
Panic. Yes.
in panic.
Right.
And since we're not in
No.
combat,
And this was a room off of the main hole, like the storage
in the bow,
hole?
essentially.
I'm going to go with that. You run screaming
Sure.
from these horrible,
Yes.
this pack of obviously starved.
And y'all have heard this scream before when I
Right.
Interesting.
monster on the island. Y'all were hunting for penguins.
And I'm going to go with you run, take the shortest route up onto decks,
Sure.
and try to get as far away from there as you can, which would be towards the stern.
Yes.
Do any of us see that
And
based on our app?
those of you who are on deck in any capacity, which I believe is all of you, except for you because you were down in hold.
No, I was going to also search the captain's
Oh, you were in the
quarters.
captain's quarters.
Yeah, we
so,
were both gonna search
so
that.
just you.
Just me.
You see, though I think you guys hear it.
Oh, I'm sure we hear it.
You guys hear screaming. But you see Dole come racing up the ladder from below, up in the bow, and he runs just as hard as he can go back to the stern. And literally, he is at the absolute sternmost part of the ship that he can get to without, climbing on the rudder.
What's
Do you
wrong, Dole?
suppose he
Another
can-
monster?
And you would hear footsteps, so you would hear this because he would be running towards the captain's cabin, which is in the stern below the pilot deck.
Do you suppose you found another one of those monsters from the island?
I haven't the slightest.
In the hold. Faces in the hold.
Do you think we should see?
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Nah, they'll take care of him. It's fine.
It's fine.
Sir,
Doubt it's any more real than
permission
anything else
to
he's
head
seen.
back to the siren song.
What are you talking about, ghosts?
Indeed.
The sunken faces and coming at me and
I turned to the bosun. Are there more men on the ship? Are you hiding men from me?
No, Cap.
Somewhere.
You took command, so he's going to call you captain.
Ah, I like that. All right.
Excellent.
some are women.
What do you have in the hold? Where are these people?
The down in bow hold.
What's in there?
I don't know. Captain said never go in there.
Locked door.
Kept it locked. Only he went in there.
Can I return to the siren song, sir?
Go.
Okay, I grab a rope and swing across like a boarding action to get back to the siren
Sure.
song.
Can do. No problem. You're there.
Hopefully, I do not hit Captain Black on my way across.
The rope wouldn't dare. I don't know. We haven't had a walking the plank scene yet in this game.
The rope wouldn't dare. The rope would be like, oh, nope.
Who of our men are on deck?
Whoever you would like.
Okay. I'm going to send 2 of them
And
down.
while you work that out,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to these two.
Do the thing.
Okay.
So you are in the captain's quarters, or you were walking in. It's very dark.
Oh, don't forget you have that.
Um,
Weird. It did a thing.
the portals are. It's not that they're shuttered; it's that they are blacked out. They have been painted over with black paint to block away the light.
Is this? I mean, are they actually painted? Like we can't just wipe it away?
Uh huh.
I'm gonna turn up a lamp. Are lamps lit, or do I have to like raise the wick so that?
You would have to light
Okay.
lights.
Well, aren't
here.
they usually lit? But you just have to make the wick go.
Usually,
Whatever. Okay.
yes, they would be. They're not.
That is
They are
not
not.
the case this time.
Okay. Well, light lamps.
Okay. So you light the lamp and put the globe down over it and
Yeah.
turn around, and this hideous, grotesque face is leering at you kind of like this.
Okay, that's gross face.
And
Sorry that you guys who are listening to this are going to miss that gross face.
It was pretty
It's
rough.
like, yeah, it's sort of
it's
zombie looking.
also
Death mask.
suspended
Yeah.
in some kind of liquid in a jar.
Oh!
Fascinating. Tell me more.
As a matter of fact, there's a whole row of them.
He's a sick
Tell
mother.
me more, tell me more.
Yeah.
It's his head in a jar.
Sick fucking
So it's
bastard.
like medical, like
no, it's
I mean,
No, it's more like trophies.
Damiana. Sick bastard. They're trophies.
obviously he would have cut them into pieces if he wanted to study them.
I'm just going to ignore the heads, and I'm going to start going through the desk because she knows he's a sadistic.
Because this
Motherfucker.
is bothering my crewmate, I will see if I can find a sheet to throw over them so
Oh,
that they don't.
it's not bothering me. No, seriously, she knows what a sick motherfucker he is. She hasn't necessarily seen this. I don't, unless she has.
I don't think she
But-
would have seen this.
But it's not phasing her that you know of.
Of course, this is
She
dark.
compartmentalizes.
I mean, because Damiana's first thought is medical specimens, and then realizing, oh no, trophies.
Yeah,
It's a terrible way to do
I
that.
basically, I think Saida would have commented because she would see you looking, and she's like, "This is a sick bastard. They're trophies," and goes about her business, which is looking through the stuff on the desk.
I would like for you to give me a smarts roll, though, please.
Okay. Okay. Let's do that guy. I'm just gonna do like types this time. 6.
Okay. One of them was the quartermaster when you were on this ship.
Was he a cruel man? Was he a nice man? Was he
He-
shanghaied? That's the other thing I think we need to, because we don't do that.
Right.
We don't conscript or Shanghai or
Well, that was my next line of questioning. And then
yeah.
We recruit.
We recruit.
He
But-
didn't Shanghai crew,
okay.
but he would definitely take people who were Shanghaied and relocate them.
Okay.
And the quartermaster was was possibly the only person who was kind to you and Jean.
Okay. So the only addendum I will make to what I said is I think she doesn't show emotion in quotes. She's gonna have that recognition, and you said he showed us slight
He showed you kindness.
kindness. She's going to
So, for example-
have some sadness about that, but she's not going to show it.
Sure. It's like, for example, when Valerio would decree that neither you nor Jean would get food,
Yeah.
he would sneak you food.
Okay. I get it. Yeah. At this point, sticking with what I said.
Sure.
Like
No, that's fine.
There is
I was just trying to set
emotion
context.
inside. Yeah, no, that's okay. She's got some regret about that, and there's a little bit of sadness, but she's not going to show it, and she's going to go about her business.
Okay.
He made his choices.
The treasures to be found here are of a somewhat dubious nature. In the back corner of the captain's quarters,
Okay.
there's.
Just point of clarification. I didn't say I was looking for treasure.
I'm aware of that. I'm using the
Okay.
word treasures in
Okay.
in very loose terms.
Okay.
Like in
She's-
D&D terms. Like,
She's not pirating down here. She's specifically
Right.
looking for other stuff. So.
Right.
Okay.
There is a ring bolted into the floor with chains run through it and manacles.
Ooh, goody.
I'm just telling you. I'm just setting
Okay.
setting the
As
context.
in, you're probably familiar with that one, actually.
Yeah. No, I'm sure.
Probably. There's a cabinet beside it that has implements of torture in it. On the captain's desk are 2 journals. The ship's log, and then another one that is more personal and more disturbing. Because, as you say,
It's a personal diary, basically.
yeah, because as you say, he was a sick mofo.
Okay.
But the ship's log is all about ship's business.
Okay.
You know, the crew,
The ports they've been in.
I
the
mean,
ports they've been in. Last port
Okay.
he reported was
Port-au-Prince.
Port-au-Prince.
Okay. And I'm gonna request a not a X card, but a lines and veil. I would like a little more veil on the
Okay.
descriptives of the
Okay.
so
Okay.
as a Gina.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Again, the ship's log is all about ship's business.
Okay.
It does trace their course from Port-au-Prince, and it would appear that they were following you. They were following the song.
Oh. Does it say that he has any other sort of interest in pursuing us other than
It does not give any indication that he was aware of your presence on the song or of anything beyond that the song was headed towards a great prize.
Cool. That's what I was wondering. Perfect.
And so his intent, from what you can read, was to wait for you to have to deal with whatever was involved in gathering, and then when you were weakened after that, then he would pounce on you and would pounce on the song and take it while it was weakened.
He's in a Walter Donovan.
Opportunistic,
Yeah. Yeah.
opportunistic bastard.
That's, again, there's very little wealth of any kind, and
Is there a, like, I don't know what they call them, but like a little potbelly stove or something in there?
Yeah.
In the quarters?
there is in fact, and it's relevant because of what you just asked, because it would appear that someone, probably the captain, burned all the charts.
How the fuck was he going to get home with the prize if he did that?
With our charts, probably.
Yeah.
Does it look like that's recent?
Yeah.
Well, because I just asked about the stove.
Talk about
Yeah.
commitment to a cause.
So there are still embers. There's stove. I'm
Pieces.
chucking the personal diary in there.
Okay.
I'm not even looking at
Flares.
it. Like once I realize what it is, it's going.
It
in
flares
there.
and burns.
Okay, if you wanted to stop me or grab it, like, I imagine we're kind of together, so you
Yeah.
can we see what it is, and she chucks it into the.
If you want to stop her, we can arrange that but there will be dice on the table.
No, I am. If she realizes one is the ship's log and the other
Yeah.
is garbage, I will trust her judgment on that
Plus,
because I have seen more than enough
Yeah.
on this ship.
Yeah, and in the quarters to
Yeah.
be like,
Sure.
Yeah. Really don't want to find out what he put in his personal journal, honestly.
yeah.
However,
And honestly, and Sida's had those. He doesn't matter at all. Those he encountered are who she would wish to protect, and erasing whatever she can
Sure.
of that sort of stuff would be what she's yeah.
Sure.
what I will ask, because I'm vaguely aware there was overlap at the time, in his toy closet, so to speak, were there any items that would actually serve a medical purpose? It was entirely made up. Okay. Because some knives, scalpels, and such could, but if that's not what he's got in there, then it's
No,
garbage.
I'm just going to
Doesn't
say
matter.
no,
Okay.
and I'm not going to go into detail about
Right.
that.
That works. Burn the charts. We've got the ship's log. Is there anything else that could be of value on here? I'm of the opinion that if there's any gold on this ship, it can go into the hands of the people we freed. They'll need it to make new lives.
Agreed.
Dull. Give me a notice roll, please.
Hang on one
And-
second. Both of you guys have. I'm guessing they're coming out at some point or something because
Loose
they're
cable or something.
Yeah.
Keep kicking or getting
Even
caught.
because even when you were muted, Kurt, it was doing
It
the
was every-
snap, crackle, pop.
It was specifically when I turned it on and off. It did.
Perfect. Okay.
So I'm not doing that anymore.
No, it
So-
sounds like
Okay, that's a 4 on my notice.
Okay. I'll get back to you.
Of course.
I'm sending the squadrons down. I needed a pair.
they got scooped out of the drink.
Yeah,
they're
they're
fine.
alive. They're
Yeah.
fine. They're a little wet. It's
They're
okay.
indebted.
So I'm going to send them down to the bow hold to investigate those monsters while I stay up here with the bosun.
I love that so much.
Did they come out screaming now,
Yes,
too?
they did. They
Came
come.
out screaming.
The squadrons.
They went into the room and they came out
They
screaming.
were sent.
I sent them.
Oh yeah, but I'm,
They were
I'm
sent-
just
and they
like,
come out
okay,
screaming.
Interesting.
Are they harmonizing with each other?
Yeah, there's like
That's a yes.
but
That's a yes.
dissonantly,
of course.
it's a tritone.
They're the squadrons. They're
I
yeah.
appreciate that because they gave me a song with a tritone jump in it, and I laughed in their face.
And
I have-
Phil,
I also
Phil
have
is
one of
like
those, yeah.
sort of tapping.
It's
Sure
very
happened.
There's a very rhythmic feel to
Yep.
his foot to his running footsteps. Yeah, exactly. And Steven's voice is pitched an augmented fourth above Phil's.
So we're messing around in the room, and all of a sudden we hear twin shrieks of terror and more. Thap, tap, tap, tap.
Yep. Yep.
Devil is going on down there.
I told you!
Do we need to?
Let's.
All right.
Yeah, I think we've.
From across
They're
from the other ship.
they're muttering, terrified, talking about ghosts and
All right.
From the
I'm going
other
to
ship, you can see me like
politely but sternly
I told
excuse
you.
yourself for the bosun. You're still tied up to the wheel. Like,
Yeah.
just
He's
one
like-
moment. Excuse me.
We're going to also
Yeah,
head in that
and-
direction. because-
somebody say that just for the sake of dramatic relevance. If you're going,
I want to say a thing.
Say a
but-
thing.
Well, no, just finish what you're saying.
no, go ahead.
No, finish what you're saying.
I was going to say I was going to have you arrive together.
Okay,
with-
no, that's totally fine. Do we happen to have keys for this room?
Is it
You
For
don't
the
need
We'll
captains?
bust it open.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Then I'm
You
gonna
were able to-
lock it.
No,
Okay.
you're not.
the captain's
No, the
room?
captain's quarters.
Captain's
Oh,
quarters.
for the captain's
captain's
quarters. Oh,
quarters.
okay,
Yeah,
that. Yeah, okay.
Tell me on that. No one goes in here, but
No, it
Elliot,
needs to be
if-
cleaned out.
Exactly. And then we'll head on our way to the screaming in the yeah. You said it's in the
The bow and the
bow
hold.
with it. Okay.
So as I approach them, smiling, trying to put off a nice, calm air, and as I get within, whisper shot, what the fuck are you guys doing? You are ruining my appearance here. I'm trying to look like we run a tight crew to get information out of this bosun. What the fuck are you doing?
I've been told
Ghosts.
You two?
Told you.
Both of you?
I told you so.
They had a 1 and a 2 on their
Did you say
spirit check.
we all arrived at the same time?
I'm going to say that you guys, because you guys were coming out of the captain's quarters. He was on the deck, so he'd be coming down the ladder at the same time, at about the same time. So there you are together.
I've been told time to send the ladies in. Because apparently, they open door to the hold.
Yeah.
What in blazes
There's
wrong with?
You're in the hold. There's an open hatchway.
I'm going to head towards it.
Okay, head that way. It opens into another hold section, and then there's a door, and you see on the floor next to it a broken padlock, and the door is standing open.
So it appears that we broke into it.
It
Yeah.
was broken
Yeah.
into from the outside.
Would look like that. Would look like
So
that. Yes.
they didn't bust out or anything.
Right.
So see
There's probably
nothing
also
else.
an axe lying there.
Before we
next
actually
to
go
it.
in, I turn to you and say, what are the odds I'm going to need my medical kit for whoever we find in there?
I don't even know if it's a who at
I don't
this
know.
point
Can
because
you-
no
They're
one has said
saying
anything.
ghosts. Because you said that the twins were babbling about ghosts.
So is
right?
Dull.
I think that'll be wise.
No one
However,
trusts Dole's
I think you
opinion
should
of
come
it.
in with me in case there's because someone's more imperiled. So we're gonna step in. Are you?
So go to the door with light. Make sure there's nothing to trip over on the floor.
Well, there's all kinds of things on the floor right now because there are gaunt, emaciated, rotting corpses piled like cordwood, and they've like
Did you
fallen,
walk in with us?
Yeah.
Pretty much. I
Because at this
figured.
point, I'm
Yeah.
and they've like
Because you're
tumbled all
like-
over them, all over each other. Okay.
Only help for these ones is from God.
Your read on this is that they were all like standing. You know, they were
Yeah.
put in a standing position, and then when the door was disturbed and someone came in, they fell.
Does this look like he was saving dead crew, or he was saving unwilling travelers, so to speak?
Based on their clothing, you would say probably a combination.
He's just saving dead people.
So instead of throwing the dead overboard, he locked them in this room. That's not unsettling at all.
It's a lot of funerals to
But they were, like you said, they were travelers.
There were some who were probably crew based on their clothing.
Sick fuck.
Some who were
intended to be
euphemistic.
merchandise.
intended to be merchandise. One or two were probably actually. You're not there.
No, I'm not.
Were
I'm not even on that ship.
women of questionable repute
Got it.
that you saw in
Negotiable
Port-au-Prince.
Figured
Oh.
that we saw in Port-au-Prince.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
He stole people.
Or he brought whores on board and then
Kept
was
them there.
garbage.
pretty much.
Garbage captain.
Elliot, you knew
I knew.
he's. And do I think some of his crew is just as like attracts like, or
There's probably some of that. Yeah,
okay?
possibly not all. Some of the crew were probably didn't really know.
Did I recognize anyone just in passing, because she wouldn't have been intently looking for this, but that was on that ship
No.
when I was okay? Because then somebody would be getting keel hauled.
Oh no, I wish I'd said yes because you know
Keel
keel
hauling.
hauling.
Fun for the whole
We
family.
haven't done that yet.
No, that's
It's a particularly gruesome
Right?
punishment.
Do you see what they did?
I'm not saying it's unwarranted. I'm just saying it's a particularly gruesome punishment.
I
it is.
will see about getting them brought up for proper burial at sea. There's nothing here that I
No,
can
you
help
should.
with.
We gotta clean this ship off and
So we'll start here.
all.
I'll go collect a couple of crewmates, whoever I can grab.
Sure.
She's
And
gonna, yeah.
tell them we're going to find a room full of corpses and we're going to clean it out. But I'm going to tell them before they walk
Okay.
in. Because the ghost thing is nonsense.
You know what? Do me a favor. Bring Dolma squadrons along.
I will
They're
totally
gonna help
call
clean
for
it out.
all of them.
They're horrified by what you're showing to them, but they're not like freaking and panicking and running away because you steeled them for that.
It's like, it's not ghosts. They're already quite dead. They just fell over.
Okay.
Give them a proper burial.
There's got to be a list in the ship's logs or in some sort of all the souls on board. Da, 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 da.
Yes.
Okay.
There's in the logbook. There's a list of all of souls afloat.
Okay.
And it appears going over the crew list that there's been a lot of turnover in the crew lately. Like, but when it would just have a strike through someone's name, but it wouldn't list a reason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
And then a person would be hired. There is also a manifest of cargo,
Right.
Right.
which lists. There are, say, 12 now freed slaves.
Okay.
The manifest lists 40.
Oh.
Well, and that's kind of my point.
They
Is
just went a couple months off their planned course, so that's unfortunately not a surprise, except that this implies maybe that's, not okay.
we need to make sure everyone's counted for. Wouldn't put it past them to be hiding on the ship.
Since we have a crewmate who can speak to these individuals, to the new crew of the ship, so to speak. I kind of suspect Damiana might be one of the people who steps up and does last rites because she's got the education to have known it. She will ask for names and if there's an appropriate funeral rite that we can do on a ship. Ask if that information can be gotten.
Sure, I have no problem with that whatsoever. I do have a question. At any point, are you going to go to the galley?
She's dealing with this first.
That's fine.
But yeah, I mean, eventually she's going to hit that because she knows how to inventory it. So.
Okay. So,
She's at this point ready to be for it to be completely horrible in a way she's not going to appreciate.
very possible. But when you... unless you want to dwell on the doing of the last rites and whatnot, we just say that's done.
Okay. Yeah. Done.
We're gonna. So do we find old sailcloth or anything to wrap them in?
You do.
Do we find?
You do. It's,
Okay.
it's
usually
rotted, ratty, and there's not much of it. But
Usually sew them up in their hammocks. The crew,
Oh, okay.
you sew them up in their hammocks.
But no,
I
I was specifically asking about the
corpses?
Corpses.
Yeah.
So I don't know that they.
You'd sew them up in their hammocks with
don't think they
one
have
shot
hammocks.
in the. I mean, with
In the nose.
one cannon shot.
Oh,
No,
okay.
one cannon shot in the sack that you've just created to weigh them down, so they go
Yeah.
all the way down. And if you run out of hammocks, you use sailcloth.
Well, and apparently you do the needle through the nose for the
'cause
last to make sure. Yeah.
Because you saw that.
That was awesome.
On
Oh my God. What
Master
the
and Commander.
No, it was something else.
What
it
was-
was-
They mentioned that on Master and Commander.
Was it
Yeah.
Black Sails?
No.
No, it was something else. I just watched.
What were we watching?
Yeah, I don't
That's-
remember.
that's-
But it
it's a
is-
plot point on
Yeah.
Master and Commander in the
But
the
it's
movie,
to make sure
so.
they're not alive. And
It's not in the
whatever
books,
show
but-
I was watching, it was the friend. A friend is supposed to do it, and of course that person ended up dead.
It was Outlander.
Oh, okay, got it. But
Anyway,
anywho's.
so when you go into the galley, okay. First off, no, we're just gonna go with that.
Okay.
I need you to deal two initiative cards, one for her and one for me.
Okay.
Had a feeling that might be coming.
Okay. I did already.
Shuffle. And
Yeah.
such. Okay.
You want to be first or second?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Not the worst thing I've been handed.
No, this is.
Okay. A figure comes running from deeper in the galley at you, and the two things that leap out at you when this happens is the look of blood-crazed, insanity in this figure's eyes.
Okay.
Figure is kind of gaunt, and the other thing is the bloody cleaver that he's winding up to cleave at you with.
Oops. Cleaving with a cleaver.
What's your parry?
Better than that.
How much better?
My parry's a 5.
Because he has the drop on you.
I was expecting something horrible, but okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like creepo ship.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
No.
Yeah, right?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-oh. Apparently I have to eat this in 2 parts, because...
You put that part on top
Yeah,
of
you
that.
just flip it
I
over.
know.
and
Becomes a
then
sandwich.
Yeah.
Well, I could. Oh, that would have been good. Ooh, it's so good. Cup
What's
there.
your toughness?
My
Very hot.
toughness
Or you
is
want a
a
white one?
6.
I'm waiting right now.
Okay.
Just saying which one I want.
So you are shaken.
They're good.
Okay.
Now, what are you going to do about that?
Actually, I'm going to ask, is the figure continuing to swing at me, or is it running past me?
Oh, no, it's continuing to swing at you.
Oh, in that case, I think I'm going to make the roll to see if I can be not shaken.
Okay.
Or pet Benny.
Well, I'll make the roll first and pay a
Oh.
Benny if I don't make it.
Oh, because it's your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Doy.
Right, it's
Spirit, right?
spirit, yeah. Okay, grab the right things. All right, so I'm going to just spend a Benny to be unshaken.
All right. Okay, before we take another step, I need to make a notice roll for me, please.
Okay.
Ooh.
7.
Okay, so
Either
the in and amidst the kind of gurgling, wheezing shrieks, it's mumbling, muttering about having to make the stew.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I actually am going to scream in absolute terror. Or
Okay.
at least, actually, I'm going to scream in absolute everybody pay attention to me.
Okay.
Because let's be honest. And I'm going to run towards help because I'm not carrying a weapon.
Okay. So you're going to run up onto decks. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you hear this shriek from below decks.
I will have just gotten back to the bosun, getting ready to question him again when I hear the shriek happen.
And to be specific, it is Damiana's "oh shit, I need help" shriek, not "I'm terrified."
Of course.
Yes, Saida.
No, that's okay. That's okay. We're past.
Okay.
Okay. There were some things I was going to do.
Is it
with
loud
the
enough I
Elliot,
can hear it on the other
But
ship?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm actually. You gathered me back to
Yeah.
unload the get all the bodies out of the forehold.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm probably back on that ship and
Yeah.
go running.
Okay.
'Cause, yeah.
Okay. So that's going to happen.
All right.
You went to talk to Elliot.
No. I said we're past that. You were going to do a thing.
Oh no, I was just literally gonna, as she's coming back out, be
Yeah.
there, so we can do our thing before that happens.
No, it's totally cool. Like, we've moved past.
All right.
So I'm cool.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm
Since
literally
there's
just
screaming
gonna
and stuff like that.
like set up, getting ready to start questioning him again when I hear the scream. Exacerbated sigh because everyone keeps interrupting me as I'm trying to get information. Stomp down
now?
the stairs.
Okay. As you stomp down the stairs, Damiana comes running from the aft section towards you, and you see a gaunt, emaciated figure with red-rimmed, crazy eyes. One's all big and one's all,
Oh yeah.
and
What?
chasing her, brandishing a cleaver.
Oh good. That's normal.
So obviously, that's exactly why I needed help.
So what are you going to do?
Oh, I'm gonna attack him. I'm gonna walk right up to him. It's like you're getting in my way of getting information. I'm so fucking done. you're going to beat the business in the rapier. Is what you're going to do.
So you want to deal him into initiative and deal everybody cards. Or actually, Gino was dealing.
Have to, yeah, I was going to say, but we don't have to shuffle or anything. We could just...
No.
But, yeah, if we
no
want to
joker.
rotate...
Yeah, there's no joker.
I was
Do you
heading
rotate
there.
every
Should
time
I be
there's
in
a-
the initiative or no?
We only have to rotate on.
That's what I thought. When
On a
you have to
joker.
shuffle. Okay.
Yes, when you shuffle.
Okay.
You were doing something.
You were literally... Gina was doing something.
Okay. So he's going to
Okay.
take a swing at you.
But I'm hiding behind him now.
Hearts goes first.
Unless he goes first.
No. I thought it was a
Hearts.
five. For some
We
reason,
all-
I thought you had a 5.
Yeah,
No,
we all got
sixes.
sixes. We all
So,
got
you're
sixes.
first.
No,
we got
that's not ominous.
We got 3
on Friday.
sixes.
Good.
Appropriate for this ship.
Right?
bizarre.
Exactly. So hearts goes first.
All right, let's
Then diamonds.
I get the frosting
let's
cupcakes.
do the thing.
Oh, my God.
Ooh, that's an exploding 8.
That is an exploding 8.
Apparently, I have to
That's
make
a
it...
12.
12.
That's it with a raise.
Yeah, it is. There's my strength, which is D4. Or my strength is not D4. It's the rapier is D4. Strength is D6.
The sprinklies are
And
falling
then-
D6.
everywhere.
Oh, an extra D6.
Runaway
You,
sprinkles.
it's strength plus D4, right?
Right. Oh, and then the
And
D6.
then,
yeah.
the extra, yeah.
Lord have mercy. This cupcake could fall
All right,
everywhere.
so that is 9 damage.
Ooh.
Okay. So you run him through. He pretty much just like runs right onto your rapier. It's like he doesn't even really realize it's there. It's like, and he's like right up to like grips with you. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Have to make this do." And then he collapses.
Huh.
Did this happen right by us?
Yeah.
Or you ran to it? Something.
I kind of like walked purposely
Okay.
towards him.
Don't eat the fucking stew.
Would you be kind enough to make sure there's nobody else capable of wielding weapons in the galley before I go in there?
Absolutely. One moment.
Where's
I go
the-
back up to the bosun.
That's what I was just going to ask where the bosun was.
I get down in this level. Thought there weren't anybody else aboard ship.
I'm going to cock punch, like, well, not cock punch him. Sorry. Cold cock him.
There's the word.
Cold cock him. Like, bam, in the face as hard as I can.
The bosun?
Yeah, because just fuck this guy.
Okay.
He's obviously, like, after Elliot says that, she's just walking up and she's just going to.
Would you just like roll damage for me, please?
Well, I can also roll to.
There's no need to roll a
fight.
hit. He's tied up.
This
Unarmed
doesn't even
attack
have.
is
Yeah, it doesn't
strength.
have.
Just straight
it's
strength?
got
You know what?
improv.
Let's do an attack roll.
Okay.
His parry is functionally a 2.
Okay.
And the reason for that is we need to see if you do extra damage.
Okay.
right.
Yeah, it's funny. My sheet didn't print just the fighting thing. It's just strength.
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't read the dice. That's no good. But this one's a 5, so I just got 5.
Okay.
So I succeeded, but
So
not.
roll strength
Okay.
for damage.
Okay. Okie dokie. I got a 4.
Okay. So he would be shaken.
Okay. But yeah, so he's shaken. So it's like, where the fuck is everyone? Tell us.
Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is our bosun.
Yeah.
This is her unarmed and angry.
Yeah. Exactly.
If
That
I
one's
find
prettier.
anybody else aboard this ship that you have not told me about, I am going to arm her and let her do that again.
I
Do we understand each other?
thought this was everybody
Where's your quartermaster?
dead. He kind of like points.
Who's the fucking guy with the cleaver?
Willows.
Oh, the Killick. I hadn't seen him in like 3 weeks. But people going missing on this ship is not unusual. You have no idea how much I wanted off the ship.
I'm starting to get an idea.
You don't have to threaten me.
You want off this ship?
Huh?
She's gonna fucking chuck him overboard.
He's tied up.
You can totally.
He's
is
tied-
he tied to something?
He's tied to
Besides
the
the
wheel.
wheel.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, so she's gonna start. She's got her knife out and she's gonna start cutting him. You want off the ship? You can totally stop her or whatever. And we've got all their men gathered up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of watching this at this point because just in case there's anybody else down in the galley with
Yes, I
weapons.
have cupcake in my hair.
If I'm anywhere near you, I will stop you.
Okay.
Just because, no, don't cut the ropes. We need the ropes. Untie him.
Yeah, no.
No.
No, we use, yeah. And I hope I couldn't. So I'm like aggressively getting him out of the ropes, and she's gonna just haul him over.
Duck walk him
by
over to the.
No, she's grabbing him by his shirt and pulling him over, so I'm sure he doesn't really want to come. But the intent is he's going overboard.
This man's about to have an accident.
You have him grappled already, so I don't think we need to do that.
And he's still shaking.
Shaken.
And he's shaken.
But he also is probably in fear for his life. But
He
just
is.
saying.
He will not unshake,
Okay.
so he can't even resist you as you go to chuck him overboard. All he can do is scream.
And he's let him scream.
He's going to make the most pitiful animal.
Actually, I
You-
will say, one moment. Is there any other information you need from him?
Oh, she's chucking him. So
Well, no.
as she's
Well,
dragging
I
him,
have a plan.
Yeah.
I have a plan. Go
And
ahead.
So when he goes over,
Yeah.
she's going to look over at the corralled group of people and just like, anybody else? Who's next?
While she's doing that, I'm going to whisper to Alonzo, fish him out. I'm not quite done with him yet.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Alonzo will fish him out of the water.
But she's gonna be like, this is kind of, I don't know. I think she's kind of. This is one of those things where you compartmentalize and you keep it in and you don't. But then, like the first opportunity you have, where it's the drip, 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 and where it's just like, so she's basically kind of, I don't know, I guess frenzy-ish. So it's just like over to those people, and it's like, who's next? Which one of you
They
fucking
are
assholes
all
are
utterly
next?
cowed. They are utterly cowed.
Could you check the galley for me?
Yeah, we're on our way. Alonzo?
Oh, I mean, if you're busy, I can.
Oh, no. It's going to take Alonzo some time to go fishing. I've got some time now.
So the two of you are going down to the galley.
Looks to be so.
Before she turns around, because she's being diverted and she knows she's being diverted, she's going to punch the closest guy before she walks away.
Ow!
Because it's just, no, not you, but like whoever of them, because she knows they're pulling her off of, like, so it's just like, because she's in there screaming, like, who's next, blah, blah, blah. So it's just like, bam, and then she'll walk away.
You can do that.
Okay.
You lay one of them out. He's
Okay.
Just seemed appropriate.
Shall we?
And she hasn't, and I figure, like, I was kind of trying to talk to Elliot, but I think that's what's been going on. I mean, there isn't, like, that opportunity necessarily, and we're doing our stuff, and everybody's doing stuff, and stuff came up, so she's got this kind of pent-up sort of,
Yeah. You want
she's a tea kettle with the, yeah,
you're steaming, yo.
yeah,
Let's let off some of that steam.
okay.
She needs to vent.
all right. So you guys go down to the
Yeah.
galley.
Yes.
When you enter the galley, the stench is just horrible.
Worse than the forehold? With all those dead bodies piled like cordwood? Could be awesome if it were.
This is where on the way,
I think it actually is worse.
Good.
you didn't see, I didn't see half of this when I was on the ship. He's got heads in jars in his quarters. You saw dead people stacked like cordwood in a hold. God only knows what's going to be in that room,
I think what's going
and I'm afraid of what was
I think what's
the
going to
ingredients
be
for
in,
the stew.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking too. I'm just afraid there was a assistant who is equally inclined to attack.
Well,
Well.
Kreuzfeld Jakob.
We're going to have to scrub this ship from stem to stern.
Well, then we better start here, shan't we?
Yep.
Right. So sword drawn, making noise, trying to draw anybody out who may be in here.
Right.
Just-
The only person you find here is hanging by their ankles from the overhead, split from here to here. For those of you who can't see, I'm from like
Neck to
neck to
It's
crutch.
like a chattel, but it's just people.
And split open, entrails spilled out on the floor, which is where the stench is coming from. And obviously this person was about to be butchered to go into the pot of stew. That's
From our little gotta make the donuts guy.
Yeah, that's... Oh, I'm trying to think how I want to react to that, because that's...
I know. You just killed that guy?
Yeah. Oh, wait, which guy?
The
No.
guy that probably just
yes.
did this with the cleaver?
Yeah.
Bring him down here.
Why?
We see they're committed to this ship,
Oh,
then they get committed to the deep.
the bosun, not the man I...
No, like I think the whole crew.
So you want to bring the remaining crew down here to basically face them with their crimes and make them... Yeah. I mean, I wasn't planning on leaving most of them alive anyway since they were slavers. But,
I don't think we keep the ship.
no, I think too much has happened.
I think we torch it.
got the lip.
I'll see if there's anything from the stores that we can take.
so. Are you going to bring the crew down here?
I don't. At this point, I don't give a fuck. Like, I think she's just like,
I'll see if there's anything we can take.
fuck them all, and I'm gonna walk off.
Elliot, our crew can absorb 12 more souls, right?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, nice.
That's how many.
It really is. That's
well,
funny.
That's how many
Yeah.
former cargo.
Freemen.
Freemen.
Freemen now. Yeah,
Yeah.
freedmen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are on board, and we were just making sure that we have capacity to accommodate 12 more
13,
souls.
14. Yeah, I have us currently at 14, and we can crew
our
up to
complement
30.
is 23. Our complement was 23, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's, yeah,
We can absorb 12 more.
They'll be very happy to get off this ship
I'm sure they will.
because it was a horror show. As
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I'll see if there's any water or anything like that that's not complete garbage.
If we
You
are
know,
going
the
to scale the
basics.
boat,
I'm going to go with no.
I'm stripping her bare.
Do what needs to be done. Get what you can that's not nailed down before we torch it.
Oh, I'm even taking things that are nailed down.
Well, hurry. I'd rather get away from the ship as soon as possible.
I want cannon. I want ball. I want block and tackle, sails, everything.
As long as it doesn't take too long, because I do want to get away from the ship as soon as possible. We didn't know who else was following them when they were following us.
Yeah, because
And I want the helm.
question.
The helm.
Repairing the wheel is really difficult. Having a spare would be nice.
Storm conditions.
It was like clear.
No.
Wait, but it was
it
around.
was
we
that
couldn't-
mist.
During
it
the
was-
battle, it was clear.
Yeah,
No, it
we
wasn't
had-
clear. It was calm, but there was
It was
mist.
calm, but there's heavy fog all
Oh,
around.
that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got through the storm. We hit what we
Right.
think is the eye of the storm.
Right.
Which I don't know if any of you have experience with,
Those only last
hurricanes.
so long.
With hurricanes,
No. Not
but
personally.
the eye of a hurricane is actually it's not foggy. It's
No.
just like clear.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was.
Yeah, no, it's
clear.
not.
Okay.
It's disturbing. I mean, like
Yeah.
the worst, heaviest fog you've ever seen.
There's a reason Damiano thinks we're in hell right now.
Right.
Well, seeing this ship, I'm not inclined to disagree with you.
Asphodel shades.
Yeah, I say we take the freedmen, or the freed people, onto the Siren Song.
And we let them throw the torches.
In all honesty, like somebody who his ship stores are that pathetic, is the condition of the ship or anything on it okay?
That's what I was taking inventory of.
Okay.
Like I said, minimal things of value that you could take.
Yeah.
Even taking things, like of intrinsic value, like the wheel, the rudder.
I can't take the rudder, but the existing sails.
The existing sails, which are in bad shape.
Because they just went through the storm with us.
That's true.
But
I mean, basically, Saito was saying, fuck this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is
cursed.
tainted, evil, it's poison. And that's, I don't know what I said about the fuck all of them.
Yeah.
Because just everything on it, it's not worth it. But
By the way,
I had walked off, so. Oh, thank you.
That's pretty.
All right. Well, I get whatever I can, and
Sure.
if I can't get any more cannon, then that was sort of the big ticket items. But yeah.
There are no cannon.
Well, then I can't get any more.
No, you can't.
Okay.
They don't have cannons?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did they used to?
They had mounts for cannons.
Oh, jeez.
That's odd.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
After Alonzo fishes him out of the water, we're going to put him back on the wheel.
He's on the wheel.
Good.
He's not. He's.
well. You can't put him on the wheel now. He's taking the wheel. The mount for the wheel.
Took my wheel.
Lash him to the mainmast.
The mainmast,
Fine.
yeah.
Main mast will do. You haven't taken the main mast either?
Or the capstan.
We'll do the main mast. That's fine. What happened to your cannons?
Captain tied him to some of the crew and threw him overboard.
That's a heavy...
Now, was that before or
Expensive
after
death.
you started eating people?
What?
Your buddy in the kitchen, who's all trussed up like a pig?
I've not been in the galley.
Really? I'm going to take him with me. I want to show him this. Him, at least.
Okay.
Now he makes it.
Oh no, actually it didn't. Not with the adjustments. His eyes just, and he collapses and is throwing up all over because he just realizes what he's been eating
And who?
Yeah.
and it's just, but yeah, that's how we're gonna do that.
Okay.
He's just, once he's emptied his stomach, what are you going to do?
We are going to take the freed people you previously had as cargo aboard our ship, and we are going to light this ship aflame and send it back to hell where it belongs.
He nods and gets very shakily to his feet, walks over from where the door of the galley is, walks over to where the aftmost mast, where it goes through the ship down to the keel, goes down and sits down with his back to the mast.
This suits you?
That's no less than I deserve.
I'm not inclined to disagree. You seem like a less than horrible human being. There are easier ways to go.
I deserve this. We all do.
So be it. May you get the judgment you deserve in the great beyond.
Elliot, don't tie him to the mast.
Why not?
If anyone were to ever find the ship, he'd still be tied to it. They could salvage it, give him a Christian burial. He doesn't deserve that. They're less likely to find him.
I'll nod and walk out.
Fuckers.
Not because that was cool.
So we'll get everybody on board that's getting aboard. Yep.
I think upon giving up on the ship, I would have just gone to help our new crew transfer over, and I would be doing medical checks to make sure nobody's got gangrene or anything.
Oh, they're in all kinds of bad shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But just making sure there's nothing I need to, like...
All of them are basically
Probably-
starving,
I was going to say, and they're
That-
really
that takes time to
crazy,
fix.
dehydrated.
dehydrated.
That I can start fixing immediately.
Give everyone
Yeah.
a lime to suck on.
Yeah.
All of
Penguin
them
in every pot.
all of them have, a wide ranging of, diseases and maladies, and more than one of them. Lots of them have whip cuts, which were left untended
Yeah.
and
It's-
have started to fester.
Yeah, doing what I can to help, because that's what I do.
I have another green thing. I gave it to you. Can we change her green? Good.
Aw, thank you.
Sure.
And then probably getting Shuri to translate a lot for me to make it clear that I want to help, not hurt.
Right. They're all terrified of you guys at first, but just getting off that
Sure.
ship, they'll take that.
Yeah.
They'll take that. Okay. So that happened. And
I'll prepare a scuttle plug in the...
I thought you were going to burn it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna burn it.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
burning
okay.
it.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
Never mind. No scuttle plug.
It's like, I'm down to, take some stuff from it, light it on fire, and just throw it across.
Well, I think
I'm down to let our
Yeah.
new crewmates throw
that's
it
the
across.
plan.
Yeah.
I was going to give them a little persuasion speech and let them know they're safe and
Yeah.
all that good stuff. So Shuri will translate for me. Something basically the effect of, we mean you no harm. We do not believe in the owning of people. You are now all free. We are here on errand. Once that errand has been done, should you so choose, we know of a place where we will be safe. That they will, of other free people that are willing to take other free people and make a home for themselves, should you so choose. We have broken your chains, but you, in this act, and I'm holding up one of the torches and gesturing to the ship, will truly make yourselves free. And I hand the torch to the nearest
Sure.
of them.
He'll take torch, and after listening to the translation from Shuri, they will start lobbing torches over onto the other ship, and I'm going to go with you guys. Did something to prepare it for burning, pour oil or pitch or something all over it and whatnot.
Aww.
I'm terrified of how badly we're going to need them.
Right.
It's the largest stack of bennies I've had since game began. So yeah.
I think when all this is going on, that Captain's probably on the bridge, right? Or the Saida isn't going to participate in any of that, but she went up to stand by the captain. So as the captain's cloak and awesomeness are like blowing in the breeze.
His Majesty.
Yes, and he's looking fine as he is
Do you need some
wont
breeze?
to do.
Some breeze.
Right? No, yeah, because he has like magical. Yeah, he's like an elf, but there are no elves. Like he's perfect. He's like a half elf orc because he's got.
Yeah.
He's majestic as fuck. Is pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think she stands by him. But I think she's going to actually stand closer to him than would be sort of normal, personal space-wise. And if she could and it would be appropriate, I think she would have reached out to grab his hand. But instead, it's just like getting that proximity that's as appropriate as something like that to get, to have that sort of human
You're standing
contact
near him
and
for comfort.
yeah, and I know. I think she is like, and then eyes. I think kind of well with tears, but she fights it back. So there's no tear, but like you see them kind of like it should overflow, but somehow they get sucked back in. But yeah, Captain Black's gonna be her blankie.
Because you got me all misty-eyed.
Oh,
You're the worst.
yeah.
Make me feel feelings.
Making me feel
Okay.
my own
No,
feelings.
this is good because I got common bond.
Captain Black will reach over and put his hand on your shoulder.
What? Right? I got the palpitations.
I got vapors.
And I think with that, you would see like it's a little smile, but it's not. It's like a relieved smile and gratitude.
And then the tear falls.
And then probably there's like a tear, but it's like a gratitude thing.
Yeah.
It's not a It's like it's
Senpai
the first.
noticed you.
And it's the first step in moving. It's the first step in healing people. Yeah, and moving forward. Yeah.
See, for me, the first step in healing people is to get them to hydrate.
Right? No, and then stop the festering.
Apply a bandage.
And suck a lime. Yeah, exactly. Cool beans. So are they throwing torches over?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're throwing torches.
Cool.
It is catching on fire with great vigor.
So at this point, we probably want to get away from it.
Good thing that none of us are Scandinavian because we just gave all those slavers a Viking funeral.
I know we did, right?
Yeah, but they were alive when we did it.
Yeah, well, fair.
It's true. Tis true.
For some value of alive.
All right. Let's see if we figure out where the hell we're going.
Right?
Can we actually see our crow's nest in this fog, or is it that bad?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think you can vaguely see the crow's nest from the main deck.
Okay.
Can we
So
get
fighting top, crow's nest, we can see the... Okay.
Is there any visibility? So there's no visibility to stars or...
You do have the impression
compass.
that it is late afternoon.
Okay. And we have a compass.
Yeah.
But when
It
Bill
was going
checked, it was
Oh,
But that was
right.
in the
that was in the storm.
That was
Okay,
in the
so
storm, that's
maybe
right.
it's cleared up.
So yeah, actually, let's see
Let's
what the compass
check
is doing.
that.
The compass has stabilized and is pointing in a direction.
Okay.
Have we noticed that the compass now constantly points in a direction that we think might actually be south? Is that a thing that we had noticed
It
during
Wouldn't
the
do that.
navigation process?
wouldn't do
It
that.
would
Wouldn't do that.
It would not do that.
Really?
No.
No.
Okay.
It still points north.
It still points north.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna call for what is it? The run the line in lead to see whether we're moving at all and how deep the water is.
Right now, you're not moving.
Okay.
And as far as the water, you're in probably 20 fathoms.
Okay.
Is there a wind? Is there... Do we...
Oh,
okay.
great.
And
So-
it's just...
We're becalmed? Or is
Yeah.
it not quite that bad?
It's not quite that bad,
Okay.
but there is very little wind.
I'm going to climb the crow's nest.
Okay.
not that I'm going to be able to see further, but
You can see the burning ship we've left
While
behind
you're up
us.
there, you maybe just blow into the sail a little bit.
yeah, okay. A frenzy and blow into the sail. Whoo. That didn't work. So from the crow's nest, can I? And I don't know. There's a torched ship. Like, I don't know. Is there any sort of visibility or sight or sound or feels, like wind or?
I think the other ship killed all our feels.
It did, kind of. It really did. There's going to be need
So
to be a
when you get up into the crow's nest, you look and you can see the burning ship
right
over there, and when you turn, I'm assuming you do a pan around, as you turn, it's not so much see at first as feel this abject looming presence as you realize that you are literally a boat length, probably, from these massive cliffs.
Well, yell the word that means stop, like put on the fucking brake.
Stop.
I don't know. Kurt'll know what you'd yell to be like hard something. Like,
is it
to get
directly
away,
ahead?
or,
Is it to port or starboard?
It's directly ahead. It's you said I turned.
Right
Which way am I?
Which means it's just off.
They're directly ahead.
It's directly ahead. So hard to.
But you're not really moving all that much.
Okay.
So it's not like you're going to ram into them.
We might gently bump them.
No, but we don't want to do any of that.
It's still
shit,
better to hit it side on than you hit it bowsprit on.
Yeah.
So
the Schwadrons are still traumatized.
They can't protect the
as well as normal. Yeah.
Who knew this?
The figurehead, right?
Because I didn't until recently. That the masthead. The reason for the masthead is because bare breasts calmed the sea. And so, you couldn't just haul ladies
tell
with
me
bare,
that during the storm?
Right? No, so apparently that's why you have
viewership would have gone way up.
That's why you have all the figureheads to give the safe sea passage.
Okay, see, if I had known that titties might have gotten us through that storm more easily, Dalmiana could have gone topless.
I asked if we could seduce the storm, and I got a no.
Right?
Yeah, you couldn't.
Yeah.
I said we.
Our characters would have said, "Hells yeah, you could seduce the storm."
I didn't say you couldn't seduce the storm.
Show your pecs. You can do it.
Bosoms are great, but not on a man.
But holy shiznit, it's like land ahoy, and we're like a ship's length away.
Yeah.
Mateys. So they're here.
So
here.
hard to one side or the other.
Yeah, porter starboard.
You can heal the ship
can
around.
I see anything besides cliff face?
Well, as the ship turns, you
Well, because otherwise I would have directed it one way or the other. But
as the ship turns, you see these cliffs, and you're not sure you can see a top to them, and they stretch out and kind of curve.
So we didn't find a cove. We found. Okay.
It's not all the way around. It's kind of they curve kind of like that.
Okay.
is there
Out of sight and go out of sight.
is there a break in them anywhere?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. There is, in fact, a sea cave.
Oh.
What? I'm too excited. Gina just smiled like a sea cave. My little Goonies heart.
I know, right?
Just got all excited. Yeah, ships in a cave. Whoa, this is so cool.
It's my Moana moment.
Yes, that too.
That's where
yeah.
everyone.
Yeah. I know. That was awesome too. But Goonies. Hello. Okay. Sea cave.
Yes, I see cave.
Dad, can I go sea cave? No, I don't know.
Set up lanterns and torches and whatnot so that we can.
If we don't see land, like a place to...
I mean, land.
No, but I mean like
to land.
a place to land or port and take out our one freaking lock.
At that point, it's drop anchor.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
and
we only have one longboat left.
yeah. See,
So-
that's what we should have grabbed from. the
No,
other
those
ship.
were cursed
No,
too.
I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure it
all
destroyed those. Are you
freaking
kidding?
cursed.
Or they were taken by people escaping the ship.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
he probably didn't have them so people couldn't escape the ship.
Right? Creepo.
Kind of wish we could have burned him alive too.
Well, yep.
It's
Right?
all right.
He got most of what he deserved.
All right, so let's pile in the longboat,
Yep.
see what is. Longboat fits how many?
They would usually hold up to
I
10
don't
to...
Yeah.
Well, we don't have water barrels
Not a
with us
ton.
because that was the problem last
I mean,
time.
it-
Can we get the ship? Is the cave big enough for a ship?
No.
Oh, I thought it was like sail the ship into a cave.
Are there watermarks so we know?
That'd be hard though.
Everything is wet.
Okay. Oh, because of the fog.
Yeah.
So there's no way to guess high tide, low tide.
Nope.
no kind of seashelf or anything like that.
No.
So yeah, no, it's it's into the longboat and bring lanterns and weapons.
Okay.
So imagine the four of us, Alonzo, anybody else you want to take?
Sure. Let's take Merry Trips.
Oh, okay.
That's a good plan in case she's here next time and I'm
Got
not.
it. Your foresight is amazing.
And
I'm trying to
maybe
think.
3 other members of the crew to be determined if Mary
Yeah.
Trips is not who fills in for me.
Yeah. So one of our three of our.
We'll make sure that they're wearing red shirts.
Naturally.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeoman Smith, Yeoman Jones, and
Yeah.
Yeoman Johnson.
Yep.
Okay, so you row into the sea cave. It's very, very dark, and everything is wet, and there's like constant dripping. You know,
Is the water that's dripping fresh?
yes.
Noted.
Interesting.
It would be if it's condensed
Condensation,
fog.
yeah.
But not if there's so much salt on the walls that the salt
That's
is
true.
getting back into it, which is...
That's true. It's a fair point.
Obviously, we brought torches.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you have light.
Okay.
The light
Lantern.
glitters and gutters on the
Bullseye
walls,
lantern.
you know, and
hooded
whatnot.
lantern, whatever.
There's also festoons of moss hanging down.
Spanish moss.
Well, and it possibly goes without saying, but everyone's kitted out, and
Oh,
we've
yeah.
got,
Oh yeah,
spoy glass and
oh yeah, absolutely. You have your full gear.
all the and we didn't forget rope.
What
do
does
we have
the
a 10-foot
water
wall?
look like in the cave? Is it murky?
Okay.
Is it clear? Are there fishes? Like what's our...
It's very murky.
Okay.
You don't see any fishes in the water. You do, however, see, as you're rowing along and you're flashing your bullseye lantern, at one point you swing your lantern around and there's a skeleton hanging from the... It's
That's
like
exactly the noise I make. Exactly the noise
it's
I
like
make.
shackled to the wall of the cave with heavily rusted
One might say fettered.
iron shackles. And it's
Wrong
just
game.
like, and as you sail and you disturb it, its head just kind of and falls off into the water.
Is there any clothing remaining on it?
Yeah.
Is it a style we recognize?
It would be the uniform of a Spanish sailor.
Okay.
How would it appear that a manacled or shackled person would have been? Like, is it a tide thing where?
Probably taken out in the boat, then shackled and left there.
Oh, okay. So it's like at our height. Like if we had done, we could do the same thing. Or I guess I'm picturing it up on a wall.
It's up above where you are right now, but
Okay.
only by like 4 or 5 feet.
Okay. So
like,
this
if the
could be a
tides
high,
were different.
high, low
If the
tide
tides were
thing.
different.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, if you were at a higher tide, then yeah, you
Okay.
do that.
Could easily reach.
Fascinating.
Yep.
That's not
A
odious at all.
Spanish sailor.
Well, it's just a skeleton. There's no squishy
No,
bits
but
left.
he cast ashore someone on the first island we were on.
And he wasn't alone because there's another one on the other side.
Okay.
That Sort of fits the legend.
It's not a piratey thing, is it? They're not
Marooning is.
Yeah, marooning, which is what we think happened to the person on. Was it the first island we were on?
The first island.
Yeah, but is it anything with, I don't know, marking anything or totems or hexing, or not like witches' hex, but like
pirate signs
or
No.
Okay.
No, but there's,
Okay.
2 and then 2 more and then
What?
2 more as you sail on and deeper into the cave. And there's, in total, you see about 8 of them.
How large was the I want to
Fiore dell'Oro.
Fiore dell'Oro. Yeah, because I
The
always want
It
to.
was a
Right.
galleon.
So
Crew of up to 80.
Yeah. Okay. So much larger. So okay.
Are they at consistent heights?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Does pull closer?
yeah.
We're going to pull closer. Can we tell? Does it appear that they were killed and left there, or is there a skull bashed in?
Damage to
Is there? Yeah, or
Were they left
for
there
all
to
we
die?
could tell, they were left there to die. Yeah, and I guess just closer examination of
Sure.
skeletal remains.
Your best estimate is that they were shackled here and left to die.
And the legend, because this has been a few games since we, is that they were mad, right?
Yes.
And there
That the gold drove them mad.
Okay.
That's why we want it, right?
Right.
It's just a legend.
Yeah.
Gold is gold. We're fine.
But was there also a single survivor or something like that, or no?
No, there was someone who found,
Oh, that's
and
right.
he went
Okay.
crazy. And he's
Okay.
the one we found.
That's
aboard
what it was.
with
Because
Mary
I was
Tripp.
like, wait, what was the guy on
Right.
the? Yep.
I have his name written here somewhere.
Gotcha.
It's a friend of
Yeah.
a friend kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, he saw.
Yeah.
He was on a boat that found
Yeah.
the Fury de Oro,
Mr.
and they went
Bates?
crazy again. Mr. Bates, I believe, is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mr. Bates
So
was
his
crazy.
crew went crazy. He was the sole survivor of that crew,
Yup.
but not of the Fury de Oro.
Okay.
Is there a landing point in sight in the cave, like the end of the cave, where we can get out of the boat, or are we just kind of sailing?
Well, you sail, and the cave is getting narrower, but it's still plenty wide to row the boat through.
Okay.
And we don't see any other remains, either of ship or
Not
men.
yet.
Okay.
Not so far.
Okay.
But then it opens out into a grotto that's maybe 40 feet across. And goes up as far as you can see.
Can we actually see sky?
No.
Okay.
And you can see a shelf on the
Sandbar.
sandbar kind of thing on the far side of the grotto. And as you get closer, you can see that the cave itself continues.
So it'd be kind
The
of...
cave continues out of the water.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
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 That's what I was thinking here.
And
Any other beached objects, ships, anything
Flotsam,
on the
jetsam?
Yeah,
um,
a chest full of jewels, and like in the Pirates of the Caribbean when you go through the cave and there's the awesome. No, I'm joking, but that'd be cool.
as you sail up onto the beach, onto the sandbar, there are the remains of a longboat, badly rotted. It's like you, and it looks like it was scuttled there.
Okay.
And in the skeletal remains of the longboat are the skeletal remains of two people, again shackled to the boat.
He really just left everybody behind on his way out.
I think he wanted the gold for himself.
Then he wasn't able to go back for it.
Why did you do that?
It This is one of those, I read it somewhere, but God knows where. Is it actually like a pirate tradition that you leave somebody to die to guard the treasure? So like their ghost guards the treasure. Is that a thing, or is that just some random fantasy novel I read?
I think that's some random fantasy novel you read.
Okay. I read a lot of fantasy
That's
novels.
what I was wondering, though, about the
Yeah.
portents and stuff. Like, is there some sort of... But, yeah, this sounds like just cray-cray.
Yeah, just madness.
Anything else in the scuttled ship?
No.
Okay.
Any markings on the scuttled longboat?
Yeah, I was
indicating
gonna-
it was belonging to the Fiore del Oro.
Yes.
Okay.
So confirm that it Fiore del, and then
So-
rotten board or whatever.
Yeah. fragment of board with fragment of text that.
Which
Oh,
we
looks
also
familiar.
found...
This was from
On the first island.
On
This
the
was
first
from
island,
the Or
yeah.
del Or.
Was that from a, like, probably a longboat when we
That
found
was
the board on the
Marine
first?
guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
know that. I
longboat.
thought it was maybe a different ship part, but it was from, like, another
Another
longboat
longboat.
that...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll secure our boat so it doesn't like drift away when the
You can
tide
just put it up
shifts
on
or
the
whatever.
sandbar.
If
Yeah,
we're
pull it
able
up,
to
yeah.
hide it, I would... If there's a place where we can kind of...
I'm not even worried about hiding it. I just want to make sure that it does. If the tide changes, we don't lose the boat.
Because... I don't know. If
If
there
all-
is, but if there's not a place like a little...
If they get in, they're getting past the main ship, and then we're really fucked.
Oh, I'm talking about people on the island, Damiana.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think you're.
Not... I don't know what
We've
to
seen a lot of
expect.
strange shit today.
Yes, we have.
I would love to find a way to restock our supplies.
So, I mean, I'm not talking about scuttling it. I'm talking about if there is
Yeah.
any sort of little alcove or something we can pull it towards. But if there's not, that's totally cool.
Yeah.
Like
I have
if
no
it's just
problem
more
with you being able to take steps to hide
As best
your boat.
we're able.
As best you're able.
Is there any sign of like seaweed or anything washed up on this, or is it just the ruins of this one boat?
It's just the ruins of that one boat.
Okay. So actually, we know that the water won't get up that high because that's been sitting there forever. To that, there's no currents whatsoever in this cave.
True.
Well, there's
Well, with
still
water being
tide.
this murky, there may not be a lot of current.
There's still tide. So.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
time
there
and
still
tide
should
wait
be.
for no-
Yeah, tide
Higher
should
low.
create some motion.
But their boat might be far enough up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's a marker of how far up to pull our
Yeah.
boat.
Actually, that's a point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This would be some sort of a tidal pool. Are there shellfish?
Yeah. What time of day is
any
it?
sign of life at all? See, that's the part that's kind of creeping me out.
Well, he said there's
What-
moss.
what
he
is-
said there was moss.
He said
Yeah.
there was moss. Okay, yes, but animal life.
Well, let's do some walruses.
What does it smell like?
And time of day, I think. I have.
Wet cave.
Salty wet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Time of day.
Getting on towards dusk.
Okay, so it'd be low tide
It
It depends.
totally
time of year
depends.
and where you are, because it does it
Where- it
twice,
depends on-
right?
It depends on the moon.
It
Because
depends
the
on-
cycle.
Oh, that's true.
Because the cycle isn't
But
actually.
it does high, low, like low, high.
Yeah, I mean, because the Earth spins
Right.
through the tide.
So
what it does.
the time of
That's why
day
it's twice a
Yeah.
day that it.
Exactly.
and
yeah.
the time of day that it occurs varies.
And usually the higher latitudes, which we are at, the higher latitudes have more extreme tides.
But they're hours apart, so it's like
6 hours apart.
Yeah.
It's
so
6 hours from low to high.
I mean, we would.
then
I guess my
6
point is
from
we would
high to
know
low.
if it's high or low tide.
Yeah.
So
Your guesstimate is it's probably nearing low tide.
okay.
Would be your guess.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't see any signs of animal life
Okay.
in this cave. It smells like salty water,
Right.
and
But not rot.
not rot,
Okay.
though. And whereas I believe I mentioned at least a couple of times in the last episode and the one before that, that it was very, very cold.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
that's
not.
right.
It's not.
Oh.
It's actually rather warm.
I was waiting for that.
Oh.
That's where I was going. Like
Maybe he
okay,
did
next-
stash the gold in
and
hell.
that's actually why the lack of animal life is even more disturbing.
Just as we kind of, depart the longboat and we do our best to hide it, and we are sort of towards the cave, the cave,
The wonky part of the cave.
Any sort of smell of fresh air or feel of
You
how
feel
when
a
there's
warm,
wind-
not like hot, dry, but like
Warm, moist.
warm, moist breeze coming down the cave.
And you smell of fire.
Yeah,
No,
Is it
I know. I'm like, please don't let it do.
is it constant
like
or
the bottom of a
intermittent?
volcano.
I played that D&D game.
Is it constant or intermittent?
it's irregular.
Does it flow one way and then the other, or just sort of a?
It's just kind of like a
Like a bellows,
No.
No. It's just constantly like
But
breeze.
like an albino
Breeze.
red dragon.
Is it breathing?
would I do a
That's-
thing? Would I do a
Yeah.
thing like that?
you
Yes.
have.
Not in this game, though.
None of us were in that game, but yeah.
He promised us nothing supernatural. It'll be an albino
No,
red whale.
no, he did not.
Yeah,
he
he
promised
didn't,
that we
actually.
couldn't be
Yeah.
supernatural.
Although this one's seen a ghost, so whether he's going crazy or
I saw a
Just
monster. I saw
Yeah.
ghosts.
the monster was explained that
Yeah.
not that we know
Squirrel.
about this, but Gwyneth.
Gwyneth.
Oh,
Yeah.
that reminds
Oh
me.
God.
I was going to say, because you've never said anything about that to anyone.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. You want a notice roll?
Well, yes.
It's 'cause
That's a 6.
we're getting close to the cove.
As you turn around and look up the cave where the breeze is coming,
Yeah.
you see again that brief instant out of the corner of your eye, just as you're turning, flash of pale skin and
Bluish green
golden
skirts.
hair and blue skirts.
I found that.
What'd you say?
It's this way.
What?
Well, it's the only way we can go. I assume so.
I'm already walking.
Oh. All right then.
Time to go?
I suppose Dole's leading this expedition.
And I was about to say that I'm not taking point, but I'm
you
using one of the muskets as a walking stick.
Are you sort of, to someone who knows you, as we do you seem different?
Are you giving us Princess Aurora realness?
Yeah, like you're trancy or you're like fixated on anything or...
I definitely am walking like a man with a purpose.
Oh, they're
Do you know where we're going?
I think somebody does.
I hope that one's you.
What do you mean somebody? Stop. What? What do you mean somebody?
Somebody's been following us.
Yes, we just killed them.
No. Someone who's already dead has been following us. Or leading. I'm not quite sure.
Where?
I only get glimpses. I only see just as she's going around the corner.
Why do you think she's dead? She's here?
Because I saw her die 4 years ago.
And she's here.
She was on the ship. And then she was on the whip. And now she's right over there.
Saida looks at Damiana. Just
I will take a moment to look where he says that this person is, just in case.
Well, I'm not... Yeah, she's not... She just went that way.
Do I know of any illnesses that
I know we're
cause
not.
hallucinations?
Can I common bond? Can I just give him my penny? I know we're not rolling, but I'd like to give him my penny.
Can I
At this
just
point.
medical things that cause hallucinations?
Well, yeah, all manner of things cause hallucinations.
It's like I'm
Bad
gonna
mushrooms.
yeah, it's like, I'm gonna have to check the food stores from rot now, aren't I?
We're at the gold.
Mold.
I know.
Mold.
We can't. Look,
He could have the
I
Spanish
understand.
disease
Okay.
or the French
The
disease.
stories about this gold are
Or the
affecting
Portuguese
everybody. But
But
ghosts and spirits don't exist.
she's not in. She's not in the stories.
No, but the stories of people going mad and seeing things are well known about the Fiore d'Oro. Don't let them cloud your mind. We're almost there.
Aye, it's right there.
Yes, that's the only path we can take.
Well, then why are we stopping jabbering around here?
Because you're seeing things.
And they happen to be going the same direction we're going.
It's just
And what happens when you see it again and it's not going in the same direction of the gold?
let's just go forward.
Del. I believe you. I saw a ghost from my past too. No God.
and now
As-
something that none of you have ever seen Dull do.
I'll sign up the girls.
Okay, and as you turn to go into the cave,
Yeah.
you come nose to nose with a gaunt, skeletal, hollow-eyed figure who's like looking at you with, like
What?
got one big crazy eye and one, one
Dull.
squinty
This
eye.
isn't something we all see.
Oh no, all of you see this.
Oh, good.
Wait,
All
whoa.
of you see this.
Do you scream? Do you scream?
Is it the doll scream again?
And you smell fetid rot and
How far away is he? Is it?
inches.
Inches?
Inches.
Scream. Scream.
And hold on. And he raises a cutlass, and we're gonna stop right there.
I had a feeling. May
Ah!
I make a request? Go ahead and do your, so we know how we're going to start next time.
No.
Unless
no,
you-
no.
That's the that is the
That's the cliffhanger.
that's
Yeah,
the cliffhanger.
that's our
and
70s
it's
free-
not a
free-
cliffhanger
free
if I roll dice.
May I ask that we can keep our pay because we didn't get
I will
to really
allow you to
roll?
keep your bennies this time.
Okay, great.
'cause we
Yay,
didn't get
'cause
to-
I have so many
my God.
pennies.
We earned,
Just
but we
record
didn't
how
really
many
we
you
roll.
earned
have.
these.
Yeah.
Record how many you have.
Six.
Cool.
6 pennies.
Because we didn't really have a fighting heavy session.
Yeah.
There was, what, one
But we had heavy RP, which earned us these bennies.
Right.
We then
Part of
had
that.
no opportunity to use, or very little opportunity.
Thank you
to
for
use,
letting
yeah.
us keep them.
Yes, that
thank
is. That's good.
I know.
And
Interesting.
that will do it for episode 13.
Yeah, and we just we have two more.
2 more episodes.
episodes. The appropriate, dramatically appropriate number of episodes. In 2 weeks, we have our penultimate episode, and the week after that, because we're getting ready for post-fair kind of seasonal shift and some RPs. So check out the schedule on happyjacks.org. Check out the calendar as it comes up here because we got all sorts of gaming.
Oh my God! Everything's been going. Ah!
Yeah, no, then we got new streams starting. We got new games starting. We got Monster Hearts.
We still have Tales from the Loop going.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. On Monday, it's Monster Hearts. Yes, Demigods on Sunday. Podcast on Friday. Saturday. Also, we have streams 4 Saturdays a month now. So we've got ShadowCon coming up. This one is GURPS, and then ShadowCon the next week. So yeah, just watch the calendar. I'm babbling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and
On
head out
behalf
to
of Stu.
fair. We only have
3 weeks.
3 weeks left.
3 weeks left. Okay, head out to fair. See the boggards and the tricks and the wives and all the awesome
All the
people.
other stuff.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Can you give me my theme song? We'll
Be
say
good humans.
adieu.
We sail the seas from dawn till dusk with naught but death behind. We bear down, me lads, into the cove where the Spanish ne'er will find ye. In waters clear, we anchor here to hide from those pursuing. When sunset falls, you'll hear the calls and the sails above unfurling. Ye be listening to The Spaniard's Ghost, a Happy Jacks RPG podcast actual play in Savage Worlds, Pirates of the Spanish Main.